say it was a tough day at the office would be something of an understatement. Disappointing result here at Lawton Park, but the nature of these things, you can't go on avoiding them and pretending that they didn't happen. You have to confront them and ask the questions. And to that end, we are joined as always by head coach Scott Miller. Now, Scott, I was commentating that game today for international fans and people watching along on the live streams, and it was a tough one to put into words at times, if you don't mind my saying so. But as best you can, how do you sum up that performance today?
Not easy. Not easy at all. Big challenge for us now. Big challenge to concede the way we did. It's very hard for everyone, not just for me. I'm the spokesperson of the team right now, so it was very hard. The simplicity in which they scored their goals from set pieces was very hard. But we stand here again as losing a game of football at home, and unfortunately, all that hard work in the first 3 games is long forgotten. And that's the most disappointing thing in terms of how we started. And something's changed, and we'll reflect on that on Tuesday. We'll meet on Tuesday and we'll talk about what's changed. And we need to recognise that that's nowhere near the level, and we need to change it and fix it immediately.
Yeah, well, especially when there's been a number of shock results in the space of as many weeks, it can be hard sometimes in football to pick yourself up off the deck. What is the key? Because I've got no doubt that the boys are in there, feeling pretty flat. There's no question that they want to be better than the performance they showed today. What is the key to picking up the morale amongst the squad?
Well, you've got to be sure that you are hurting, first of all, as a player. You've got to be sure of what you're bringing to the table, and if that's of the required level or not. And if it's not, you need to have a serious look at yourself. All of us. It's not good enough from any single person today, and we take responsibility for it, and I keep saying it, but what else can you do when you lose a game in such a way, such a dominant way, Moreland? There's not much to do apart from self-reflect, analyse your own performance as a coach and as a player, and recognise that it's in a performance-related business, and our roles aren't given, and at any moment they can be changed. So that goes for everyone. Don't take your role here for granted. We're playing, and we've got a responsibility to perform to a higher level, and we need to take tomorrow and Monday to reflect upon it, arrive back to work on Tuesday in a positive mindset of changing it, but recognising our deficiencies and taking massive responsibility for it.
Well, I've got no doubt that the players and also yourself and the coaching team will take a hard look at today's performance and review it and see what went wrong. But as a snap reaction, obviously it was 5 goals is never a good reflection on the defensive side of things. It was hard going the other way as well to create clear-cut opportunities. What do you think, in your view, snap reaction needs to improve the most from what we saw in the park today?
Oh, it's pretty early to be looking at that. We'll watch the game tomorrow. Listen, it's bigger and more important than just effort and work ethic. I understand that. However, our responsibility at set pieces, it was so simple. They scored 3 set pieces that were not good enough. And Jamie Skelly spoke about that at halftime to the players. And if you give a team of their quality 3 set pieces, a head start in such a game, that's gonna kill you. Even the way we started today, they scored a goal in 30 seconds. Misunderstanding with 2 players, and the ball breaks for them, and then it's in the back of your net. So what chance have you got really? If you actually really want to win the game of football, do you want to chase the game or dominate it? And we've got a habit at the moment, especially in the last 2 games, that we're chasing teams, and we need to work out why that's the case.
And of course, we've mentioned before the playing squad, the people that you brought in. You bring them in based on mentality, and there's no doubt that, as we've said before, these players want to win and want to be towards the upper echelon of the table and have a decent mentality amongst the squad. How much confidence have you got that the boys can pick themselves up and get back to the winning ways of the first 3 rounds?
Oh, we've still got the same belief in them, but ultimately we're always learning about them as well. And the biggest test they've got now is to stick together, stay connected, and don't let 2 heavy losses at home affect the unity of the group. It'll be so easy, and if they become individual and selfish, that will happen. So our focus will be to keep them accountable, to stay connected and stay together, and find a solution between us. That's the key. We need to all reflect and find a solution. Because as I said, it's a totally different game if you don't give them 3 set pieces so easily. That's the challenge.
And a last one for you, Scott. I know your head's probably not anywhere near the Wednesday FFA Cup clash against Malvern City, but a good chance perhaps for the boys to get a win and turn their attention to a completely different competition.
Yeah, well, listen, it's a short week for us. We obviously play Wednesday and Saturday, but all our focus is on Wednesday now. And irrespective of who we're playing, we'll be taking it seriously. We'll be picking the best team available, and ultimately we're all on show here to prove our worth at this football club. That's a reality, and that just doesn't go for win you lose. That goes every week. It's a performance-related business, and we're here to win games, and we need to compete. And sometimes losses hurt more than others, and I thought last week's hurt quite a lot. But this is no good, and we need to review and reflect very quickly, and remain collective and confident in our ability.
Well, today was a bitter pill to swallow for everyone, and not least for yourself. So, Scott, we do appreciate you coming and answering the hard questions and facing the music. Thank you very much, as always, for your time.
No problem. Appreciate it. Thank you.